Alright, let's make some changes to some decks. First up, something from Modern. Okay, Mono Black Modern. I want to change the sideboard. And I know I've been doing a lot of Arena lately. And I don't want to disappoint all of you that are fans of my... I already have one in there. Oh, yeah, 2 is probably good. I don't want to disappoint all of you that are fans of my physical cards. So first up, Mono Black and Modern. I'm going to take Erebos out of the sideboard. It's mainly in there against... Let's zoom back a bit. There we go. Now we can see all of Erebos. Hello, Erebos, God of the Dead. So Erebos is 3, 1 black for 5/7 indestructible God. And he's in the sideboard of Mono Black, mainly against Soul Sisters. Mainly against that... I don't want to live other decks to gain life, so it really doesn't matter. I want to put it in Hirobi. So I want to put Erebos in Hirobi. So in Mono Black, Modern, I'm going to put in the Phyrexian Revoker. It still screws with Soul Sisters because if you're sideboarding, you know what they're going to play. So you can drop it down on turn 2 if they've not dropped a Martyr of Life. If they haven't dropped her and activated her, you can drop it down and say Martyr of Life. You're go, motherfucker! And they're going to be like, oh, that sucks. It also shuts off Ether Vials. I've got 2 decks using Ether Vials. Shuts off... Oh, shit. It really fucks with Bent Nightfall, the Bent combo deck, where you've got Knight of the Reliquary tapping and tapping, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You can just shut off Knight of the Reliquary with this. Wow. Didn't realize that. Oh, okay. So this is probably a better choice. So the new sideboard for Mono Black Modern is 2 Phyrexian Revoker, 1 Ashiok Dream Renderer. Mainly this is for any of the decks playing fetch lands, which is most of them that I have. Fulminator Mage, mainly against General Domain. He don't play any basic land, so if he gets a land destroyed, he's kind of going, fuck me. Cling to Dust. Not sure what this is in here for. It's not really in here for anything specific. It seemed like a good card and I wanted to try it. So, also my modern sideboard, my modern decks, they're not just designed to play against each other, they're also designed to play against the Lads in Ostruzna. They've all built modern decks too. So some of the lads might be playing graveyard strategies, and Cling to Dust could be good against them. Collective Brutality. So somebody might be discarding something from their hand. Somebody might be getting a creature killed. Somebody might be losing 2 life, and I might be gaining 2 life. It depends on how brutal you want to be with Collective Brutality. Okay, 3 Deathmark. I've got a lot of decks with green and white, so this is good. Good sideboard card. Erebos' Intervention. Mainly it's in here to kill something that's indestructible. And the exile twice X target cards from graveyards. It's like Cling to Dust. It's here for Ostruzna. And a 4th Unearthed. So if I realize somebody's killing my creatures too fast, then Mono Black might want a 4th Unearthed. So okay, that's the changes to Mono Black. These are my modern decks. As they go past and the box closes. So I'll set that there. Okay, so Erebos God of the Desert going into Hirobi. Let's get to Hirobi. Hirobi, that's well. Okay, I already found, there's already 2 cards that I'm taking out. And one of them you might not agree with, one of them you probably will. I'm going to take out Archetype of Finality, because with Hirobi out, his ability, in conjunction with the things that can target, they can pretty much kill anything anyway. So Death Touch kind of doesn't matter. Plus she's 6 for a 2/3. Not good stats. The deck is packed with big creatures. It's big black bastards. So she seems kind of underwhelming. Yes, giving all my creatures Death Touch and making all my opponent's creatures lose Death Touch is good, but not for 6 mana. And then Hell's Caretaker. I love this card. I love the art. I love the quote, "You might leave here, Tendra. Should another take your place." I like that it's signed. It's original Legends. But it's just too damn slow. If they had said, if they had written it, so during your first main phase, at the time it would have been during, before you attack. On your turn before you attack. That's how they would have worded it. You can sacrifice a creature and bring a creature out of the graveyard. If they had done that, it would be more useful. But since it's upkeep, and it's a 4 mana 1/1, it's just too slow. It's just, but I love the card. So I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to put it in my heart binder. It's kind of disappointing with something. Joyer is the same way. When there's a card that I really enjoy playing, I really like the card, and it just doesn't work anymore. It's frustrating. It's disappointing. I don't know if she works or not, but probably not that deck. Anyway, so Erebos is going in. Something else that's going in is Hirobi has a problem with artifacts. I need some way of killing artifacts. And you say, okay, how's that going to help you? I don't get it. Some of you get it. Some of you don't. That's fine. It took me a little while to get it too. Otherwise, he would have already been in the deck. So 5 for a 4/4 legendary artifact creature. He's a golem. And whenever he blocks or becomes blocked, he becomes 0/8 till the end of the turn. Target non-creature artifact is an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its CMC until end of turn. So with Hirobi on the field, and any sort of non-restrictive targeting ability, such as Mazevith, which is a restricted targeting ability, because I can only target an attacking creature, I can turn an artifact into a creature, and I can kill it. So Karn, Silver Golem here, he's going to help Hirobi deal with artifacts. Artifacts that have been a problem in the past, or a problem in the last game. So I expect him to do some good work. I've got high hopes for you, Karn. I hope you do good work. And to remind you, Hirobi is a 2 black 4/4 flying spirit. Whenever a creature becomes target of anything, kill it. Anything. It feels good to be touching the physical cards again after playing Arena. I mean, I like Arena. It's fun. And the other good thing about Arena is it lets me look at cards that I didn't know about or I'm thinking about and see how they actually work. For example, Eradicator Valkyrie. I ordered an Eradicator Valkyrie for Hirobi. When it comes in, I'll figure out something to put in for it. Because he needs, more lifelink will be better. More lifelink will be good. The more lifelink, the happier I'll be. Because of all the stuff I have that eats my life, such as Willis and those bastards. So, I already decided I'm going to take out the Midnight Banshee. I'll explain why. Although you just saw Karn, so you probably figured out why. There's a couple other things I want to put in. There's a couple other things I want to take out. Let's go and let's just do him. So Midnight Banshee. Okay, he's 3 triple black for a 5/5 spirit. He's pretty good. And during my upkeep, I put a -1/-1 counter each non-black creature. So he kills all the... Well, Karn isn't black. My Walking Atlas isn't black. So they would die. Solemn Simulacrum isn't black, but if he dies, I get a card, so fair enough. And I don't really need it. Against token swarms, I have Massacre Worm. I have other cards that can deal with that. So I'm not that worried about it. So I'm going to take out the Midnight Banshee. Let's just say I'm taking out Midnight Banshee for Erebos. Although, no, a Hell's Caretaker because it's the same CMC. So for Midnight Banshee, I need more ways of killing things. I realize that. I need more ways of taking out Planeswalkers specifically. And I've got him. and he's just sitting in my art binder hanging around waiting to be employed. So I'm employing him. I'll put him in Hirobi as a way of killing planeswalkers. Murders Rider. Well, he doesn't do anything in planeswalkers. The Swift End does. Swift End, 1 black. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. I lose 2 life. See, that's when I need the lifelink. 1 black. Lifelink. 2/3 Zombie Knight. So he's going in. And also, I want to put in this bushmeat poacher. 1, as a way of getting life. 2, as a way of preventing creatures from being exiled. So somebody's going to target them. Although, if Hirobi's in play, I don't care. Because if they target the creature, it dies, and I can just pull it back into the graveyard. But the old way I had of playing Hirobi is run him out as quickly as possible and start targeting things and keep the board and smash with him. And smash the things. That was the original plan. And then it quit working because everybody else had things that could target. And was wrecking my plan because I would just target Hirobi. The new plan, the new way of playing, is just have all these cool black creatures and smash people in the face with them. And only when Hirobi is needed. He's like on-call air support. So the dudes in the ground say, "Hey Hirobi, we need support over here." And he comes swooping down and says, "Kill those bastards over there and that bastard there." And then the targeter, the snipers, they take out those bastards and the dudes on the ground do their job. So, I think this guy would be interesting. Girl, this chick. Yeah, there is an inflated chest and feminine features, so it's a chick. But whenever I see soldier, I assume it's a guy because that's almost all soldiers. Especially with melee combat. But, you know, it's fantasy and it's wizards and semi-woke, so they put a lot of chicks in places that you don't find chicks. Anyway, so she's 3 and a black for a 2/4. 1, sacrifice a creature, I gain life equal to its toughness. Draw a card. Thing is, what to take out. Okay. That's draw. That's instant, snatch something out of my graveyard. That's a swamp, that's a swamp, that's a swamp. That deals with nasty shit my opponents might do. I might not need it. This is a card that traditionally I put in a deck and then taken out because I never used it. So I'm going to leave it here because times have changed and it might be on call again. He stays because Hirobi commits, well, not Hirobi himself, but Hirobi's dudes and his toys, they commit a lot of crimes. Obliterator. Yeah, he stays. That's a crime committer. Choose any number of target creatures. Each of them gains persist until end of turn, and if Hirobi's in play, that's a mass board wipe. With no persist, because they don't get the persist trigger, they just die. That guy just gets big. I've seen that guy in action. I didn't really think anything of it before. Then I saw Roman playing it in his Nigathra deck. Oh my god, this guy got big. Didn't really think of anything of this before, and then I saw it played on Arena, and I thought, wow, goddamn, oh, that's pretty cool. So she stays, Urborg stays, Butcher Malakir stays. 100 Vibe Blights come into play, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you don't control, target, and then destroy target creature with the counter, any kind of counter, doesn't matter. Flying, lifelink, free latte counter, anything. He'll just kill it. And of course, if Hirobi's in play, if I drop him, whoever gets that +1/+1 counter will die. Swamp. Commander Grivanovik. There's not a whole lot of creatures in here I'm really wanting to. Noxious Ghoul, don't mind Noxious Gearhulk. Noxious Gearhulk, I'm not worried about sacrificing because if I snatch him out, he can kill something. So he's pretty cool. Mainly he's here, so I've got another way of evasion. A lot of players have flying creatures. Some people have flyers, but they're not playing black. So he can punch through and say hit a planeswalker in the face, and they can't block him. So I want Grevin to stay and see how he works. Harvest Stoles. Whenever non-token creature you control, another non-token creature die, anybody's, I will draw a card. Swamp. Willis, Broker Blood. 8 for an 8/8 legendary flyer. That can kill things. Liliana, she finds swamps. She's highly effective. If you saw the game I played with Cube, and the thumbnail is Hirobi versus Grisham Starn, I got the emblem off. And Cube was like, what? Swamp. Maybe I could take her out. I'm not really going to be casting that many black creatures, although it comes into the grave. Okay, but enter the battlefield. Yeah, I better keep testing her. A 5/5 unblockable. It's weird that he has flying. Nobody plays Shadow, so he's effectively unblockable. Yeah, there he is, Solemn Simulacrum. Swamp, Swamp, Toxic Deluge. As additional cost, cast it, pay X life, everything dies. Royal Assassin. I think the genie asked if he was expensive, and I said, nope. He's considered a junk card. He has almost near zero financial value, especially if you get one of the later printings. Death Denied. Bounce a bunch of creatures back to my hand. So if there's a board wipe, and I play this, and Ayara was wiped, then all the black creatures I had that come back will drain my... yeah, good. Don't know if I need her. Another non-token creature controlled dies. It's iffy. Yep, Shouldered Stays. Debaser, really haven't played with him. I really want to. He attacks, rips something out of somebody's graveyard, and comes to work for me. Swamp. Horsemanship. Bring back an enchantment that somebody blew up, like Black Market. Shoot the sheriff. Now, where's that deputy? 1,000-year elixir. This is here because I've got a lot of creatures like Bushmeat Poacher. He has a tap ability, and this will let me activate it as the turn he comes into play if it's in play. High Market. There he is, the Gear Hulk. Yeah, if he dies, and I bring him back, kill something, give me some life. Unless Hirobi's in play. If Hirobi's in play, he does kill something, and I get no life. Expedition Map. Search library for cards. Show it off. Put in your hand. Shuffle. Finds either coffers or Urborg, depending on what I don't have or don't think I'm going to get anytime soon. I don't know if I need this, really. I don't know. Should I risk it? I'll risk it. I'm going to take out Felden's Cane, but I'll leave it in the box of cards I take with me. So if it proves necessary, I can put it in. So let's put in the Bushmeat Poacher. Also, I don't want to have too many artifacts in this deck. The more artifacts I have, the less black things I have, which means Nyx Lotus and Nykthos become worse. Drain Life. This really threw off Cube because it doesn't have an X. It's the old Mirage way of wording the cards and presenting the cards. So it's 2, and then if you spend black in addition to the 2, you drain something for whatever toughness or life if it's a player. But you can't take more. You can't overdrain anything. You can only get what they have. Mask of Gishru. This is another reason I'm putting in Erebos, because if Erebos is active and Hirobi is in play, I can equip Erebos with the Mask of Griselbrand, and it won't kill him because he's indestructible. Son of Yawgmoth. Yep, he's going to cost me a lot of life. And he already did. He was out in one game, and I paid 4 and 6 life for him, and then I started paying life for the shit. And then it rained. I'm not kidding. We were under an umbrella at the pub outside, and it started raining, and the umbrella started getting saturated, and it was misting water onto our cards, which luckily everybody had sleeves. Fortunately, everybody had sleeves. So it wasn't luck, it was intentional planning. So that game got shut down. And we went inside, restarted, did another game, and I lost. I was like, I was in a good position too. Oblivion Stone. Power Matrix. Target creature dies if Hirobi is in play. Black Market. Put some counters on it. Get some mana. There's the coffers. Jet Medine. Yo, black spells cost 1 less to play. Play those black spells and conquer your enemies. It's a black deck. It's a blood artist. Things are gonna die. There's no originality to that. Swamp. Nyx Lotus. Yeah, it enters tapped, but it can make a lot of black. Swamp, swamp, swamp. Tower of the Magistrate. Target creature dies if Hirobi is in play. Volra Stronghold. Throw something out of your graveyard back on top of your library so you can draw it again. Let's move my T. Swamp, swamp. Cryptcast. Doubles my swamps. Extorts my opponents. Okay, I don't have Kakusho. I don't have an extra Kakusho. I want to get one. I want to get a Eternal Masters, Iconic Masters. Iconic Masters foil Kakusho. I want to get one, but I don't really want to pay 30 euros for it. Eventually I will. Right now I don't. So he's in here as a replacement for Kakusho. And to be honest, he has the potential to drain for a lot more. Swamp. Ritual of Soot. Kill all the small things. Swamp. Swamp. Witch of the Moors. This is new. I haven't played with it yet. Not sure how much I'm going to like it. So 5 for a 4/4 Death Toucher. And it's a Warlock. It's an Outlaw. So, beginning of my end step, if I gain life, everybody else sacks a creature, and I bring a creature from a graveyard to my hand. I raise dead. Curious to see how it works. Maze of Ith. Signed by Monsieur Maddox. Thawing Glaciers. Slow. Very, very slow, but reliable. Massacre Worm! Kill them all! If they're small. If they're big, make them a little bit weaker. Walking Atlas. Tap, put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Star Compass. Yes, I know. Don't. Arcane Signet is strictly better. I agree. You're right. 100% right. Perfectly right. But I have one of these, and it's pretty, and it's an old foil. And I'm just playing it. Just saying. Temperate chosen from death. I chose him from death over Withering Wretch because he can get tougher. And I can exile 2 cards for 2, and I gain life for doing so. And I need more incidental, incremental life gain in this deck because of Crick and Willis, especially. Mickey's the Unhallowed. This is, okay, Crick. I've got the version that doesn't say human. The new version, the one coming out in Commander Horizons 3, specifies he's a human. So picking up where we left off, I was rambling about Mickey's the Unhallowed. So Crick is a human. So therefore, Crick will not come back if he dies from Mickey's undying ability. And he won't get a +1 because he's human. But almost everything else will, so that's cool. Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. I think pretty much everybody playing nowadays knows who this guy is, what he does, has seen him, doesn't like him. Unless they're playing him. If they're playing him, they probably like him a lot. There's Nyctos Shrine Index. Tap, choose a color, black. Add your mana pool and amount of mana, black. Equal to that color for your devotion to the color, black, black. Add a lot of black. Thief of Blood. Okay, this is a Planeswalker killer. Yes, it will kill my Planeswalker. But she's also there because if a lot of things have died and come back with the undying ability from Mickey's, she will take the counters off them, so if they die again, they can come back again. She won't, because she'll have +1/+1 counters on her, but, yeah. I should get a Spike Cannibal to duplicate that effect. Netling Pimp. So the Pimp here force a target. So you target a creature, it has to attack this turn. If it can't attack this turn, it dies. It can only be used on an opponent's turn, obviously, because they can't attack on somebody else's turn. So if he targets something and Hirobi's in play, it dies. If Hirobi's not in play, he can force something to an attack. And if it taps, Royal Assassin can kill it. Or if it's something that they really don't want to send out to die, they don't want to do it, and they use its tap ability. If it has a tap ability, for example, it dies within turn anyway. So, yeah, he's kind of cool. Doom Necromancer, he's a human too. He's not just a cleric mercenary, he's a human. I looked it up. I was kind of disappointed because it would be so sweet if if he wasn't a human with Micaeus in play. But he is. He is a human. 2 and a black for 2/2, cleric, mercenary, human. 1 black, sack him. Bring creature from graveyard to play. I see manipulator. 4. 1. Kill, tap. It will kill target creature if Horror is in play. Also locks down artifacts or lands, but yeah, it's really here to kill creatures. And Karn, of course, can turn artifacts into creatures, and then I can kill them if they bother me. Swamp, Palace Siege. This deck, I might actually use the Dragon's ability. Beginning of my upkeep, each opponent loses 2 life and I gain 2 life, because I need, like I said, incremental life gain to cover Crick and cover Willis. So, I haven't had this in play yet, but I like that it has 2 modes now. Before I didn't care, before I'm like cons. It has something else, but I only see cons. Well, now I see both. Swamp. Kiku, Knight's I actually thought about taking her out. I thought of taking her out, but she's actually good. So 2 games, I got her out turn 2. Drew my opening hand in 2 different games. So that was nice. And if she comes out that early, so nobody really has anything to kill her with, and nobody's really worried about her. And then somebody goes to an attack with a big creature, and you say, oh, it punches itself in the face for lethal. And they're like, what? Let's see, I spend 4, tap, target creature punches itself in the face. And since it's 7/6, it kills itself. Okay. Well, when did she come out? Turn 2, like I told you when I'm casting her, and I told you what she does. Oh, okay. But to be honest, the person was kind of confused. He's a new player, and oh my god, he's just jumping into our group. He's catching up fast. He's catching up real fast. But I mean, there's years and years of cards. All 3 of us regular players have years and years of experience, so we go easy on him. In fact, there's a game. He was screwed for mana. He stuck on 3. He was stuck on 3 for about 5 turns, and we said, look, go through your deck, take out 2 swamps, because he's playing mono black, take 2 lands, put them in your hand. Just do it. Well, that's cheating. Just do it. We want you in the game. We want to actually play a game with you. So he did that. And we had him play them both on the same turn. And he was pretty happy because he could finally cast his Gilded Lotus. So Kiku stays. Trading Post. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm still thinking about this. It does a lot of things, though, and some of the things are going to be useful. So discard a card. For example, I could discard a Willis, and then I can reanimate Willis, say with Doom Necromancer. I can pay 1 life and put a 0/1 goat token for Grevin to eat. Sack a creature, turn an artifact, so if somebody blows up one of my other artifacts, I can bounce it back, like Karn. Or I can sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. I was thinking putting Pitiless Plunder in here, but this seems too many steps. So, but I want to try that out. Swamp, Bonder's Enclave. Draw a card. Activate if only if you control a creature with CMC with power. CMC. Power 4 greater. Well, Roby has power 4 greater. Swamp. Nighthawk Scavenger. I want to play with him. I want to see how he works. Yes, he probably should be an Edgar Markov, but he's not. Because I just thought, I don't know, maybe he should be an Edgar. I'll see how he works in Hirobi, and if he doesn't really do anything, I need the lifelink. Okay, he stays. Screw it, I'm done talking. Swamp. Black Soul Ring Swamp. So I've still got the Grim Haruspics in. I've made my cuts. Cuts again are Felden's Cane, because maybe I won't need it, but I'll take it with me in case I do. Midnight Banshee, for reasons unexplained, Archetype Finality, and Hell's Caretaker, so those are coming out. When I get the Eradicator Valkyrie, maybe I'll put Eradicator Valkyrie in for Hero specs. I'm not sure. Karn goes in, Erebos goes in, Rider goes in, Bushmeat Poacher. So those are what I'm changing with Hirobi. So let me put that away. And what I want to do next is see if I can work those into Kestia. So Kestia and Commander Horizons 3, I almost gave it the wrong name. I almost called it MH3, which it's not. It's Commander Horizons 3. So Commander Horizons 3 looks like it's going to have more enchantment creatures. I haven't really analyzed the spoiler, so I don't know how many of those are going to be really good for me. But I want to put more enchantment creatures in her. So they can attack more quickly, because right now I'm kind of waiting for Opalescence to come down, or the other Opalescence effect. The name escapes me right now. See if I can find it. Probably can't. Starfield Index. To make all my enchantment creatures, but I want more native enchantment creatures. So I thought he would be good. And then I've got this reflecting pool, so I thought maybe Kestia might want it. What do you think of him?
Yeah, it's nice.
Is he?
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, he's an enchantment guy.
What's that?
He's a magic creature.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Magic creatures make sense?
Well, when they're like this and they're magic creatures, then yeah.
Okay. Oh yes, Untighten Alice into Life's Bounty. That's a good combination. The problem is, what do I take out? That is always the problem. Don't want to take out any enchantment creatures. Don't want to take out any ramp. So that leaves, we got a little dust in here. That leaves enchantments. So the question is, what enchantment effect do I not really need that much? This is in here. Does this need to be in here? Huh. This is kind of a response for a board wipe. If somebody's going to board wipe, I can sack them all to gain life.
How much life will you gain?
It depends on how many enchantments I have.
Can I look?
Yeah. Maybe that. I mean, that would be elegant. One white. For a card that costs one white. That's an idea. That's probably the best idea, actually. What do you think? As this video goes to an hour. Cross Converge, Exploration, Counterspell, Intervention. I don't really need her, but she has been good to me. She's funny. Legendary permanent too. Eidolon, that's artifact or enchantment creature. Dictate. Replenish, burgeoning, that's ramp. Draw. Kind of ramp. That turns into enchantment creature. That stops things. That annoys people. Fine, flash. I need the flash. It is good. Let's think about that. enchantment creature if I have blue, but if I take out Little of Anticipation, I should probably think of taking out that, so because I don't have a lot of things with blue pips. She can tap things down. So keep her Wargate. That finds Sarah Sanctum. A lot of people said that cost too much. Well, if I spend 3 to find Sarah Sanctum, that's worth it. Because the CMC is 0. So blue, green, white. Go find Sarah Sanctum and put it into play. That's important. Put not in my hand, just put it in play. Shark Typhoon. That's funny. This is cool because I can make something into an enchantment. But then if Opalescence is played, it becomes a creature. But it's an enchantment creature. I could still kill it with Aura Shard. Aura of Silence. So. Or is that just too cute? Is that... Let's think about that. True Conviction? Yep. See? Turn a creature into an enchantment, and then destroy it. And then destroy it. Card draw, land. Okay, so if I take out Snowshire, I'm definitely leaving the Swords of Plowshares, because that's a surprise. That's good. Ramp. Flying is good. Now, if I have enough non-enchantment creatures like Empress Galena to make this worthwhile. Plus, I want something I can bounce to my hand and cast to draw cards. So keep that. This is really good. Oh my god, this is fantastic. Especially if I copy it. Disallow, Oblivion Ring, gets rid of a problem. Unblockable enchantment creature. Cultivate. Okay, so I didn't check the lands really. I'll worry about Reflecting Pool later. In fact, it kind of doesn't matter what I take out for. No, I'm not taking that out. Kind of doesn't matter when I take out for Reflecting Pool, because changing the mana base, unless it's something really interesting, probably doesn't grab anybody's attention. So I'll take out Soul Snare. For All Seed of Life's Bounty. So I've got another early enchantment creature, so when Kestia comes down, I can start drawing more cards. See, it works. And that's it. That's today's changes.